Cock 45. You see what we have on the table? We have Bond Arms backup. We showed you the Bond Arms Snake Slayer and gave you a brief glimpse of this thing, but really didn't give you a good look at it, and just give you a little more look at it. Give it a little more attention, shoot it a couple more times, and talk a little bit more about it. Gave it kind of a short shrift, I guess, when we had it in the other video, which I hope you have seen. But this is the backup. It is smallish. As I understand, they used to make the mini Derringers like this, but this is kind of an upgrade of those in that it will handle the popular automatic cartridges that I think the first ones they came out with would not. I was not that familiar with them at the time, but this came out in, I think, 2013, relatively new offering, and it's small. It just is. And it's harder for me to shoot than the Snake Slayer, than the larger Derringers. I can shoot those, okay, I can get by. This one is a challenge for me with my large hands. But, and that's one reason I guess I sort of ignored it in the first video. But in thinking about it, I realized that this might be the one that's most attractive to many of you normal people, you normal size people. This might be the very one you're interested in. And I think I mentioned in that video that it has the best grips as far as getting a hold of. If you had a normal hand or even a small hand, this thing might feel pretty good to you. Okay, so I've got the 40 caliber barrel on it, and it's 45 ACP I might put on. 357, we'll put a couple of barrels on just to shoot it and give you the look at this. It is so small. Now, of course, it's unloaded. It's not hard to determine that, is it? You can. I don't know if you'd want to stick it in your back pocket or not, but if you weren't going to sit down, yeah, maybe you would. I don't know if you got it on safe and all that sort of thing. Of course, the holsters are handy to put on your belt, carry them that way. So I've learned from comments on the other video we did, a lot of people like these things, as I think I had found out even earlier, but it was confirmed for me that the things are pretty popular, and there's really not a lot of hating towards them that you might expect, because people who are really savvy and sophisticated, experienced gun people, it's easy to look at these things and what a piece of junk. You get you a good revolver, or there's a lot of better pistols than this, and there might be for a specific purpose, but they're pretty popular though, and there are a lot of people carrying the darn things. So and they're fun. But anyway, I'm not carrying one, I'll say that, and I don't know that I would. Maybe in a 410 configuration, there might be some appeal for me. But anyway, a lot of people like them, so let's put a couple of 40 caliber. Now, you know what the take is on 40 caliber. It's a snappy little round in a small gun. Well, what do you think it's going to be in this? Believe me, it is snappy. I fired a couple of them. But for you guys, I'm going to take the abuse. Now, I can't necessarily hit anything. I've got some paper targets manual. Let's put one on this. I mean, these kinds of things are for, almost arm reach distance and all that sort of thing. This is about 3 or 4 yards here. Let's just see if we could hit something if we had to. Safety off, and put it on that target and squeeze the trigger. Okay, right at the top of that VisiShot target. Let's try it again. Boom! Oh man! So up close, you can hit something. So with the automatic cartridges, you need to get your fingernail in there to get those out, and they've got a little gap for that. If it gets really dirty, you need to have something to stick down. I've got a couple more of these in my pocket. I really don't want to shoot too many of them. Not necessarily a lot of fun, because it hits my knuckle against the back of that. Let's try it again here. Boom. Boom. Okay. So if you just worked with it, you could get used to it, and again, it doesn't really matter if it hurts your hand. If you're carrying it for backup, self-protection, you have already perhaps expended your ammunition or something in your other firearm. You've lost that firearm, your primary firearm. Maybe it's in the same caliber, and you've got a magazine of 40 or 45, and you've got ammo, but you have this, you have extra ammo, and you've got this in the same caliber that you carry. Maybe it makes some sense, okay? As a last-ditch effort, that sort of thing. Let's put, again, let me take the barrel off. Not too hard to do. If you've seen me do this. If you haven't, why not? Get to that other video. They're pretty simple to interchange. These are made in Texas. Can't hate that, can you? Well, this for you guys. Let me abuse myself a little more here with 45 ACP. See how it feels. Okay, I have fired the 45 ACP out of it. There we go. Set down and back on. There we go. All right, again, thanks to Federal for the ammo. Got some 45 here. And to Bond Arms for these pistols. As I said, they were freebies. And I don't carry them, at least yet. But I find them very interesting. And as I said in the other video, earlier video, I find them well made. Very impressed. Very impressed. Okay. Let's walk down here just in case I need to abuse myself a little further for you all. I'll put some of those in my pocket. All right. Shall I shoot that guy? No. All right. Let's cock it and see if we can put something. This is probably 5 or 6 yards here for sure. So let's pull it out. Let's say we have to shoot. I hit the target, but not the black. There we go. Okay. Get it somewhere there, near the top. Do a speed load on it. A couple more big 230 grain rounds in there. You probably carry a hollow point, I don't know. Try again. Where'd that go? All right, bullseye. Just need to practice, don't I? Yeah, you probably carry some kind of hollow point. You think it would feed a hollow point okay? That was a joke. All right. What else? What else we want? Oh, let's shoot one of those cans. Let's try to shoot one of those cans. No, let's try the tombstone. All right. All right. Let's try the cowboy. Sorry, cowboy. Guess I just didn't want to hit you. So it takes a little practice, but again, up close is where you would employ and deploy this thing. It would come out and it would be, you know, boom, like that, up close and dirty. The 45 doesn't hurt as much as the 40 in this, all right? You probably knew that. You would have expected that, right? You savvy gun people, because even though 45 is a bigger, heavier bullet, it tends to not be as snappy and hurt you or me. Okay, now let's put now this is a little bit of a mismatch in terms of finish, and that might offend your sensibilities and your fashion sensibilities. You know, it just doesn't look right maybe to you, but it does interchange. Oh, that doesn't look so bad. Actually, it looks kind of cool. I like that stainless bright finish. Now this is 357 Magnum, but I think I've earned the right to shoot maybe some special 38 special. All right, have a little more fun with the specials. Let's put some of those in my pocket. The backup, all right, not intended to be your first line of defense. If it really fits your hand well and you feel like you shoot it well, I don't know, maybe. It's up to you. I'll get that later. Let the lawnmower find it, right? Okay, let's try this guy again. All right. Yeah, that's easier to shoot. Yeah, those don't hurt so much. That could be even considered fun. Okay, just for your information, if you had one of these for, I know I'm shouting at you. If you had one of these for backup, for serious social work, as they say, defensive purposes, I would recommend you get a barrel like this, the 38 Special, a 357, so you can enjoy the firearm as well. Because I just don't really enjoy owning a firearm that I can't just take out and enjoy shooting, you know. And most firearms you can, whether they're for defensive use or otherwise. So let's put a couple more of these in. I love these 158 grain lead bullets. Talk about a classic. I love it that Federal still loads that round. We might as well try the 2 liter, this thing. And hope John and I don't get a bath here. Well, it did try to attack, didn't it? Now let's try some steel. Well, I shot either high or low, or maybe left or right. It was probably either my windage or my elevation. All right, let's just go ahead and throw one at the. I know you're screaming at me right now. Shoot at the gong, shoot at the gong. Let's try it. All right. I'm gonna have my ears in too tight. I may not hear it if I hit it. I definitely don't want to miss it if I hit it. It'll be a minor miracle. Maybe a major miracle. It's not exactly a target trigger, target grip. That was a flinch, or not much of a flinch, but it doesn't take much. Get a better trigger break, so I at least have a chance. Oh, I saw it went high. Okay, windage wasn't horrible. I sort of think at long range the barrels print in a different spot, maybe significantly. Let me see that first barrel. I think is my best chance, that top barrel. Oh, close. No cigar. Not quite. I'll take two more. I actually hit it before the video, believe it or not, or else I wouldn't be trying. Okay. Yeah, these aren't too bad, the little 38 specials. They don't knock you around as much. All right, success, success. I was really gonna hate to go to the barn, go to the house, a failure, especially in your eyes and on camera, right? But if that's what happens, that's what happens. So anyway, you know, again, these are pretty neat little guns. You notice in reloading and everything, I don't know that I've had any trouble in either video with changing out barrels other than my normal awkwardness, or reloading the things, you know, other than hitting. Now, the triggers are not exactly target triggers, and they're hard to get a grip on because they're small, especially this one. But in your hand, it would fit better. The darn things just are quality for what they are. The only thing you can really criticize these for is, I guess, the purpose, the intended purpose, and you think it's a stupid thing to carry, or you know, that sort of thing. But in terms of the quality of the guns and the way they operate and the design, and it's all good. You know, it really is. So anyway, the little Bond Arms backup, and of course all those barrels interchange. So yeah, I don't know if we'll keep both of them or what we'll do with them. They're kind of like to keep one of them. Maybe they're just kind of neat. I probably will never carry one. I don't think I will. Maybe as a snake. I mean, I'm not worried about snakes. Usually they're going to run from you if you see them, all that. But you never know. But I can see some advantages of having, especially the bigger one, like right there handy. Maybe you're riding around, I don't know, in your truck or something, or car, or something handy to get to for two shots. You know, depends on what your purpose for it is and how you plan to use it. But they're quality made, and I'm glad to have a little experience with them, I'll have to say. Tough to hit with at long range. That's the one thing the company just needs to work on, that 80-yard sighting capability. You know, need to get a target trigger on it, don't they? No, we appreciate Bond Arms sending a couple of these things to us and letting us, you know, experiment with them, shoot them, and play with them. Dare I say play. Life is good.